Good morning, friend. How you doing? Another beautiful day in Dallas, and this is another episode of Tam Cam, DailyTam, always Tam Cam. And yesterday was very impactful. I learned a lot of lessons on yesterday. Some to definitely repeat, some not to repeat, and some to avoid. I'm definitely calling this video, how serious do you take yourself? How serious do you take yourself? So let me start right here. So yesterday, I was in final negotiations with a client, and this client actually came to me, but there was a lot of missing pieces from the puzzle that I didn't understand about this certain event that they wanted me to staff. So I kept on emailing him, but every time he would, email me with some information, I would load him up with some questions just to kind of have a good, insightful idea on what this event would be about. And I take my job very, very seriously. Being a female business owner, being an African American business owner, you have to work 200%, hands down. No lie, no kidding. And any minority business owner would tell you that. So I still wasn't getting a lot of the information, so I just pretty much kept submitting the information, the proposal, gave him everything he needed, which, by the way, we were close to the deadline. And, he came back and he kind of countered offered. But the thing is, I never really had a relationship with this guy, meaning whenever you get into business with someone, it's a relationship. And this is the one thing they don't teach you. They don't teach you ever to start forming relationships. People do business with people they like. And at this point, because I wasn't getting all the information I needed from him to do my job to the best of my ability, and you guys probably can relate to this. Sometimes people are setting you up to fail. Sometimes you just don't want to do it. You don't want to do the job, because it just don't seem like a good fit. I made a decision to not do the job and pretty much to stand by my initial offer. And if he would have took my original offer, then it wouldn't have made the job worth it, but at least I would have had some compensation, and I would have had some protection for my staff, myself, to move forward. But some things are not worth compromising at all. Some things are not worth, just basically, some things are not worth, just going against your integrity, going against your gut. Because from the start, I had a gut feeling that this was probably not a good deal. And it wasn't. So going back to my original question, how serious are you taking yourself? How serious are you taking the people you do business with? Because if people are not taking you serious for your business and you're about to do business with them, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it at all. And I'm a firm believer in quality over quantity. Hands down. So I'll give you another example. So when I was coming up as a photographer, I had this idea to get my vehicle wrapped. I was like, wow. I saw the radio station at a gas station one time, pulled up. I was like, wow, that's a cool idea. And so I was like, I'm gonna get my vehicle wrapped. So I, went in Photoshop, designed the wrap the way I kind of envisioned it, and actually took it to well, actually it was one of the biggest vehicle wrap places in Dallas. So what I did was I went to them with my designs, and it wasn't the best. They weren't the best designs at all. And I told them, I said, hey, so I heard that there's this thing called in-house financing. In-house financing. I don't know where I got that term from, but I'm like, do you guys do in-house financing? And lucky for me, it was a female owner. Well, she was part owner, and her daughter was actually in the finance department, and those were the two I talked to. And they both looked at me and just started laughing. You know, I guess they just thought, like, maybe, wow, how cute. You know, she's trying to make something happen as a businesswoman. And I was like just looking at them, you know, in my little, I don't know what I had on, but I know it was probably something to impress them. I mean, this happened like 8 years ago. And so I went to them and I said, this is the design that I have in mind for my vehicle wrap. I know once, you know, I have this vehicle wrap, I'm gonna for sure be one of the #1 photographers in Dallas. I know this is gonna be an amazing investment for my business. And so what they told me was, they said, look, first of all, we don't do in-house financing. Anything you have to pay needs to be paid 50%, you know, straight up, and then you pay the remaining balance when you're finished. So I was like, cool. So how long will it take to be finished? She was like, it only takes about a week, you know, from the initial payment. So I'm like, okay, great. I'm like, well, what is the payment? She was like, $3,000. It was pretty close to $4,000. It was like $3,800, something like that. So I didn't flinch. I was like, okay, cool. I'll say, well, I'll see what I can do to come up with the money. And so, you know, my feelings kind of got hurt, and I think they kind of detected that. And so I went home, and it was about 2 hours before, you know, the phone rang, and they were like, hey, this is, you know, us at the vehicle wrap company. We don't know why we're calling you, but we're going to go ahead and do your in-house financing. We're going to go ahead and give you, I think they said 6 months. So we're going to give you 6 months to pay it off. And I'm like, are you serious? Instead of saying yes, I said, are you serious? And they were like, yes, we're going to go ahead and give you 6 months to pay it off. And you could pick up your vehicle within a week. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? You know, now these people took me serious because I took myself serious. I came there, I drew up a plan, I was excited about it, and I really, really wanted this vehicle for my business. So what happened was I wound up paying off this vehicle wrap close to $4,000 in a month. It was about a month, a little bit, probably over a month. I was in my peak season where it was really high volume. And I think I was just kind of exuding with vibrations of excitement. And I just felt like I don't want to let these people down at all. You know, if these people believe in me, I got to believe in myself even more. And sometimes that's what needs to happen. Sometimes people need to believe in you just as much or even more than you believe in yourself at times. Because entrepreneurship is hard. But in this case, I took myself so serious. So serious. I really, really wanted this deal. I really wanted them to help me with that wrap. And I really wanted that for my business. I wanted to set myself apart. I mean, I didn't see any photographer in my neighborhood with their name on their car. Which, by the way, side note, getting your name on a car seems like a great idea in theory. I realized that was my only vehicle, and I had to drive that vehicle to church. I drove it to Walmart. You know, just wherever I went, people knew where I was. And let's just say it just wasn't the best idea, you know, in hindsight. But it was the best idea, you know, in general, because it did kind of set me apart. So what I'm saying is to basically, you know, set yourself apart, take yourself serious, and just know that people are not going to take you as serious as you take yourself. Come on. Stay right here. Yeah, people are not going to take you as serious as you take yourself in business and in life. That's my video for today. It's your girl Tam Cam on a beautiful day in Dallas, and I am out.